Welcome to Gillespie's Waters and Woods.
It's our annual family vacation show.
Fleet Farm presents John Gillespie's Waters and Woods. Fleet Farm, the ultimate fishing headquarters. Yes, folks, for the past 30 years, we've packed the cars and the trucks and headed up north for our annual family vacation, haven't we, Trish?
Yeah, we sure have, and it started out a few, now we're up to 20.
I mean, that's amazing. And there's a lot to do up here, not just fishing, right?
Yes, they love to boat. We have a pontoon, they kayak, they hike. It's great.
Well, we have big wind today and we got storms coming tomorrow. We'll get some of the people out fishing, but not all of them, right?
Yeah, right. We sure will.
And I'll tell you what, folks, it's time now to meet the family now and then.
Hi, I'm Nick.
And I'm Taylor.
And this is little baby Buto on the way.
Hey, Nick, you know when I was little, my dad took me fishing here all the time.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Taylor, look at the battle you got going there. How's it going, Tay?
Great.
Well, tell everybody at home.
It's quite the fighter.
It is quite the fighter. Okay.
That's huge.
Isn't it?
It's a Slavosaurus Rex.
Hi, I'm Henry.
I'm Megan.
And I'm Brian. And we're the Blaneys. I remember when I caught my first fish here.
Oh, it's a big one. Oh my gosh, look at that rod go. Oh, I'll help you.
Bye, fishy.
Want to kiss him? There you go. Okay, he'll come another day. Good job there. Hey, your dad catches the big ones.
That was a big fish, so we were supposed to eat it.
Hi, I'm Blake Gillespie.
Hi, I'm Mitchell.
And this is where I fell in love with fishing.
Hey, look at that. Blake's got one on off the pier, folks. Waiting to go out, and she's got a nice bluegill on. Holy cow. Hold that one up to your hand. That is a nice bluegill. I'll tell you what, folks. Blake loves to fish so much, she can't even wait for the boat to go out yet. Oh, there we go. Yay, Taylor. Oh, look at that. What do you think?
Oh, it was a fighter.
You got my brand new Techna AV Fenwick rod there. It's really light. How do they fight on there?
Oh, amazing. From Berkeley.
Yeah, well, from Berkeley, you're right.
And we're the Gillespies. I'm John. This is Sarah and Andrew and Christina and William and Jack. And I remember catching big bass up here.
Oh, big bass. Now take your time on that, guy. Take your time. Hey, that is cool. Hey, we just picked up my other son, John Gillespie, at the boat dock. He's a sportscaster up in Green Bay, Wisconsin. And I'll tell you what, you've been fishing a long time on this lake up here in Vilas County. What do you think?
It was just like it has been the past few years. It just kind of hit like that real fast and just a beautiful bass.
Hi, everyone. I'm Doug.
I'm Becky.
And Evelyn.
And this is Josephine.
And we're really excited to be back up north on our annual trip. Evelyn, do you have any great memories from our trips?
Yeah, fishing.
This is Christina, William, and Evelyn. And we're going to catch some bluegills. Are you guys excited?
Yeah.
Let's catch some fish, guys. Ooh, Evelyn, you got a bluegill, honey.
What if it was the same?
Look at that. Look at it. You caught that. It's okay.
Hi,
Tell them how old you are.
I'm 5.
So say you're going to change your oil 3 times a year. You might be changing it 4 times a year. Instead, you're on Signature Series, 25,000 miles or 1 year. Best deal on the market.
Again, folks, AMSOIL Signature Series, 1 year or 25,000 miles, and you're saving some time going to the old oil change place too, aren't you?
Absolutely.
And for more information,
go to amsoil.com.
Your garage floor doesn't have to look like this. You can make it a beautiful extension of your home with Premier Floor Coating Solutions. They have decades of experience in both commercial and residential, so you'll get industrial strength and long-lasting beauty for your home. Relentless quality from the ground up. Learn more at premierfloorcoating.com.
Eagle Claw is the only hook made right here in the USA. They also make this Walleye Pro Series kit. This Pro Series Walleye tackle kit includes everything you need for an avid walleye angler. Hooks and jigs for either plastics or live bait, beads, swivels, and more. This kit is also very convenient for travel. To check out everything from Eagle Claw, go to eagleclaw.com.
Hey folks, welcome back. You met the family, and in order to catch those folks some fish, you kind of got to know what you're doing. And I'm fortunate, I got my buddy Rob here, and we're on a big strange lake up in Vilas County that I don't know, and Rob's gonna give me a few pointers today. But Rob, for folks that don't have a friend like you, how do they get advice on how to fish a lake like this?
You know, when you book your vacation, that's when you probably should book a guide. But if you don't have that option, I mean, there's several good ways to find information about a lake. You know, one thing, you can go to the DNR website. You can look to see if there's been any recent creel surveys, stocking reports, so on and so forth, and that'll give you an idea of what you're seeing, you know, for fish species, population densities, and so on. Next thing to do is you know, go to the local bait shops, talk to the guys in there, see what people have been buying for bait, if they're buying night crawlers for walleyes, or if they're still, you know, running crawlers, leeches, and minnows. You know, most of the time they're pretty helpful and will give you out some information. Oh, there we go,
there
John.
you go, Robbo. What's that on, buddy?
On a plastic.
Okay, and nice little guy right there. Ooh. But this time of the year, Rob, what we're doing, as we talked earlier, you're just kind of helping us with spots. And
little fella,
you're looking for depth and for grass or weeds?
Yeah, no, everything right now, John, predominantly in any lake that has walleyes in it, they're in the weeds right now.
Ooh, Robbie, you're hot in the front of the boat there, buddy. You gonna need the clammy here?
We'll see. I don't know what it is yet.
Get that net, quick, get that net up there. That's a beautiful fish, Rob. He's gonna do the old flip in, or
no?
There you go.
I thought about it, but
yeah, no, nice
good
walleye,
idea,
buddy. And you know, you don't want to stay in one place too long. You want to kind of keep moving, and then when you get a bite, you put it on spot lock.
Yeah, that's what I did. Yep. I mean, I think he was a little bit hungry. That one definitely headhunted it there.
Boy, is that a beautiful walleye, Rob.
Yep.
And you know, you get into July and August, if you might go a little deeper, but you can still catch walleyes, right?
You can catch walleyes all the time, John. It's just that you got to find them and just follow their, you know, progressional movement throughout the season. That's the problem a lot of people make a mistake on is, you know, what they'll do is, well, we caught them here a month ago. Well, they're not there. You know, you got to move. You know, they follow food. Wherever you find the bait, you're going to find, you know, all predators, whether it's walleyes, you know, muskies, pike, or so on.
Folks, thanks to Rob for showing us the ropes. I'll tell you what, we've got heavy winds today. We got big storms coming the day after tomorrow, so we're only going to have one day to film the show. You know, Rob gave us some great advice, you know, the first night that we were up here, and we went out and caught a few walleyes. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, I went out early this morning by myself to see if the walleyes were still biting, and
they weren't.
No. So what we want to do on a family vacation is put everybody in a situation where they can catch some fish.
Absolutely.
And we pulled the boat, went to a different lake today that is known for bluegills and crappies.
Yep.
And I've got my little crappie scrub on, which is one thing that I love to use.
I love that way better than live bait, that's for sure.
And with a little jig and
a rocket bobber.
We're gonna catch some fish for these guys.
Let's do it. Let's go on.
Hey Blake, here we go.
Nicely done. We switched to crappies.
It's not a real big crappie, but let's see. Here he is.
Well, where there's one, there's more. That's for sure.
That's actually an eater-sized crappie, but the important thing, folks, is to get your kids, your grandkids, in a position where they're going to catch fish.
Yeah, and bobber fishing, you know, even though we're older, we still love it. So I'm glad we could bring, you know, my nieces and nephews.
Hey, look at that. Jack's going to get on the board. That's Jack Gillespie back there. And woo! Jack Gillespie, lift him up there.
Good job, Jack.
Hey, Jack. Who do you have to say hi to, buddy?
I got to say hi to my entire baseball team.
What's your baseball team called?
The Pier. We don't got a name yet, but
yeah,
it's fun.
It's De Pere, though?
Mm-hmm.
And weren't you guys in a tournament recently?
Yeah, we got second place.
Hey, Blake,
Yeah,
I got
where'd you
another
catch it?
one.
Back of the boat? Nice
and
fish?
what we're doing, folks, is just moving around until we get a bite, and then we put it in spot lock.
Yep, and what's nice is that we have some
Ooh.
waves, so you don't really have to do much with the crappie scrub.
No, look at this guy.
Ooh, that's a platter. Nicely done.
Now that right there is a beautiful crappie, and I want to show you, folks.
He ate that.
I mean, look where that jig is.
Wow.
That crappie scrub is just an awesome bait. And you know, you take a look at this crappie, this is a solid 11-incher right
Yeah,
here.
and do they bite all summer?
On some lakes they do.
Yep.
On some lakes, what you got to do, folks, is go to the deeper weed edges and fish them. But on this lake, they stay shallow. And
Nice.
that's a gorgeous fish.
Beautiful fish.
Hey, Jack, look at that.
Yeah.
Okay, so all you got to do is keep an eye on your bobber, right?
Yeah.
Don't give up.
Ooh, I cast it right where you did. That's called combat fishing.
Yeah, well, let's see if this is decent size. And actually, show that, Blake. It's nice to see these different year classes of fish. You know?
That's probably an eater size, correct?
Yeah, just on the cusp right there. But it's good
Yeah.
to see the different sizes in the lake too, you know?
Yep, and are we just fishing on like a weed bed?
Yeah, exactly. And we're fishing really shallow too, about 5 feet of water. Yay, Mitch!
Mitchell got one!
You
Turn
got
around!
yourself a fish, Mitch! Oh, wow!
Fourth quarter.
Let's
go!
That's a teaser.
Don't leave me.
Good job, though. Oh, don't leave him.
Jack, he had to get a 5 there, yeah.
Let's go!
Yay! Mitch caught one and I got one. I hope mine's is bigger than Mitch, though. Here, let's see. A little bit bigger than Mitch's. Come on, Jack, you got to get on the board. Let me tell you what we're doing, folks. It's a really windy day today, and we have the Minn Kota with the spot lock, the Altera. And what's great about that is you just kind of go around the area. It's a big weed bar, and when you catch a fish, you put spot lock on, and you continue to cast. And when they stop biting, you turn spot lock off and start over again.
He's a Fleet Farm winner.
Mike Yankee of Sioux Falls caught this 10.5-inch bluegill on a farm pond on a jig. Nate Heeman of Parkersburg, Iowa caught this 21-inch crappie on Pine Lake on a worm. Mike Sweetlick of Grafton caught this 31-inch walleye on Pike Lake on a jig and minnow. Roger Tim of Oconomowoc boated this 22-inch largemouth on a pond on a spinnerbait. And this week's kids winners are Wiley Vanderweist of Luxembourg caught this 25-inch walleye on Green Bay on a flicker shad, and Isaac Milner of Hopkins caught this beautiful 9-inch sunfish on red cedar on a rapella.
Each week, I shop online at fleetfarm.com to check out the latest deals. This week, the Berkeley Trialing monofilament line is on sale for $3.99 and 20% off all water towables, skis, wakeboards, and kneeboards. Guess what, folks? Fleet Farm is having a kids fishing day on July 9th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at your favorite local Fleet Farm store. Learn all about fishing, fun games, and more.
We were fishing the lakes of Vilas County, a 4-hour drive from Milwaukee, 5 hours from Chicago, and 3.5 hours from Minneapolis. Hey, I don't want to be a spoil sport, but all those northern pike we got today, I've got pike slime, blood, everything in the bottom of my boat. Now, I expect you to clean it. Do you have a tool to clean it?
I do. I have the Johnson Pump Power Washer.
Hey, that washdown kit is awesome. Now, come on. Now, there's some fish poo there. I want you to get rid of that. Yeah, there you go, buddy. I want you to clean out all that blood, get everything out of here. You know, that's the highest PSI in the industry for cleaning stuff. Great tool.
It really is nice, John. This is foot pedals clean now.
Here. You missed some over here.
What's the difference between a good net and a great net? Simple. It's all in the features. Fortis nets by Clam Outdoors are tough, safe on fish, easy to use, and a telescoping handle. Learn more about Fortis nets at clamoutdoors.com.
The best fishermen make the most most out of every moment on the water with the proven power of Ultrex. A spot lock that doesn't quit, effortless control, and a reputation for ruthless Minn Kota power. Ultrex lets anglers cast more and catch more, while the other guys are still catching up. Because the best fishermen just fish.
Hey Jack, come on over here. I want you to see this big snapping turtle. His name is Oscar. Now that's a big one, folks. That's got to go 12, 14 pounds. Come on, Jack. Let's see this thing. That is the snapping turtle. And actually, Jack, come on in here. People love to eat these. They can actually catch them on Lake Erie in Ohio during the season and actually eat them. And that's about a 10-pounder. You can pick them up by the tail. No? Oh, I hear them. Should I pick them up by the tail?
No.
All right, buddy. See you later. Well, you didn't miss much yesterday, Taylor, when we went crappie fishing. We caught some, but they were little.
Oh, darn it.
Well, here's the deal today. We got Jack, who is with me all the time when we come up north. He's my grandson, and he caught a crappie yesterday.
Well, there you go, Jack.
But the neat thing about being up here in Vilas County is I know a lot of lakes with a lot of different kinds of fish in it. So today I'm taking you to a really small lake that has lots of what?
Largemouth bass.
Largemouth bass is right. And what we'll do is work this area, the shorelines, right?
Yeah.
And with wacko worms, and what are you going to throw?
A grub.
A grub. And we'll see what we do.
All right.
But Taylor, you should tell the folks you're expecting a baby.
I am, and it's due on your birthday.
It's due on my birthday. Isn't that sweet?
Blake and my dad's birthday.
And Taylor, of my 5 kids, is one that really loves to.
I love to fish.
Yeah, you were actually casting off the dock yesterday.
Yep. I was using just a bobber and a little, what was it called? I'm sorry.
A leech.
A leech.
Yeah, and you didn't catch anything.
No, I didn't.
But you will today.
Yes.
Hey, Jack, come on up here, buddy. I got a bass on. Come on. I want you to see this. Actually, Ryan, the photographer, caught a northern pike on his first cast, but I can't film him. Here he is, Jack. I think I can just flip him in. Look at that fatty right there.
Pretty big.
Come on up here, Jack. Now, what we're doing here, folks, and the easiest bait for you guys to use is either a grub or a wacko worm, like I talked about before. And that's a pretty nice bass, isn't it, buddy?
Mm-hmm.
Now, on this lake, we can catch a lot of these.
Yeah.
And I put a weedless jig on, which I'll show you in a second, because if you look at the shoreline, there's a lot of what?
Weeds.
Weeds and wood. And the weedless jig will get you over that. But you are going to catch some of these today, right?
Yeah.
Who caught the first one?
Ryan.
But who caught the first bass?
You.
What happened, Taylor?
I don't know. I just cast and boom, I got it right away.
Okay, Jack's coming with the old net there. Jack's coming. Here it is, Taylor. In the clamor, Tay. All right.
Woohoo!
Way to go.
Look at that fella.
That was fun, wasn't it, Tay?
It was. Every year I love doing this. It's just the thrill of the fight is, no matter how big the fish is, it's always fun to catch one. I cast out and all of a sudden it just hit right away.
Well, hold them up in front of the camera there.
I will.
You don't have to take the hook out first. Just hold them up. There you go. All right, Taylor is on the board.
Woohoo!
Folks, this is a blast. I mean, it really is. And we've been fishing for a total of 15 minutes. And that is going to be fish number 3. And again, they aren't giant, but when you get the kids up here, when they can tangle and with a bass this size and catching out on artificial, that's pretty darn cool. Look at the pregnant Taylor. Boy, she is, you can just flip him in, honey. That's a nice one right there. Good job, Taylor. Whoa, Taylor.
Oh.
All right, Taylor.
There we go.
That is a beauty.
Oh, I got one on too.
Jack's got one. Oh, Jack. Oh, we're going to go back and stand with Taylor, and you guys can hold. Well, come on. Yeah, grab your line there, buddy. Okay, you go stand back there with Taylor and hold them up together, guys. All right, Taylor, what happened with yours?
Well, it's exactly what happened before. I was just letting it sink and twitch it a little bit, then reel a little, and then all of a sudden you feel a little boom boom, and then you set the hook, and that's what I got.
What happened with yours?
I was just reeling in a little bit, and I twitched it, and I felt something nibbling, and I set the hook, and all of a sudden it's on.
And tell the folks, there's a lot of little bluegills biting too?
Yeah, they're nibbling, but when there's a bass on, you can really tell it bites a lot.
One of the things about Jack is he picks up technique pretty good. You like throwing the grub for bass and walleyes too.
Yeah.
But for folks that don't know how to work a wacky worm, what do you do?
So you cast it out.
Go ahead and show us. Okay, cast it out. That's a perfect cast. And then what do you do?
You let it sink to the bottom,
Right.
and then you cut the slack, and then you give it a few twitches. Wait till it sinks to the bottom again, give it a few twitches, and then keep doing that.
Okay, and then what does the bite feel like? A toot like that, or?
It feels like a bunch of like nibbles.
Sure, just keep eating your lunch, Jack, and I'll keep catching these fish, buddy. This one actually feels pretty good. I mean, not tremendous, but I mean, there, yeah, that's a, whoa. Yeah, and look at the build on these fish too, you know, folks? And you picked the right lake up here, and too, folks, I want to mention that there's a lot of small lakes in Vilas County that you can't get our big boats on, but they're great for kayaks and canoes, and they're maybe 100, 200 acre lakes, and they got plenty of bass and bluegills like this too.
Hey, I got another fish.
Oh, Jack, you are a good angler, but ooh, this one feels pretty good.
Big one.
Oh yeah, there you go. Lift him in there, Jackaroony. Now you can see there, folks, we're fishing, like I talked about before, a wooded shoreline, but there's a lot of this coontail weed along there too. And that gives them two things to enjoy, right? Weed and wood. So.
Good shelter for them.
What is that?
It's good, like, shelter for them. A lot of times they live there.
Exactly, and they stay in their shelter, and when something swims by, what do?
They go and try and be sneaky and snatch it, but sometimes it's a fish. Sometimes they're eating real fish, sometimes they're eating our bait.
Breaking news from Fleet Farm. Check out this deal. 20% off the Kalen's K-Frogs and Google Eye Frogs on sale starting at $3.43.
Hey folks, here's some big news. You can spend an ice fishing weekend with me on the show. The entire trip will be televised. Join the team at Johnsonville as a new employee, and you could win a winter 2023 weekend ice fishing trip with us. Become a Johnsonville member between now and July 31st for your chance to win this one-of-a-kind experience. Come work at Johnsonville and you may go fishing with us.
Johnsonville, they're so sincerely interested in you becoming the best person you can possibly be.
I started Johnsonville as a temp. When you first start a company, you still don't know much about the company. So when you actually learn what the job about and how much it means to the company, how much they care for their employees, it kind of make you want to wow, this company you want to be at.
Oh, here's another dad.
There's a little bit bigger bassarooty coming in, Tay.
I know.
Here he is down here. Keep him coming up, Tay. Ooh, clam. We need the clam. All right, lift him in, lift him in. Not with the rod tip. Here, let Cramp do it. There you go.
Wow.
Holy big bass Taylor.
Holy
Look
cow.
at that one, huh?
Yeah,
That's a beauty right there.
it is.
And you know, I said cast right in towards that log.
Yep, that's where they usually hide.
Oh, look at that. Gillespie in the back of the boat. Whoa, we got to help. He needs help with this. We're going to get the net. Just hold tight, Jack. Just hold tight. That's another big fish. That's another big bass, you guys. Oh my gosh, look at the size of that largemouth bass by Jack Gillespie. What do you think, buddy?
It's a huge one.
Well, what happened? I wasn't even looking, dude.
I was just doing what I usually do, just casting out, cast right toward that tree over there, and I just felt something, and I did it, and I thought for a second I thought I had weeds, because sometimes there's weeds over there, but then I felt the fish fighting, and then yeah.
What's in his mouth, Jack?
I think it's a bluegill.
Seriously?
Yeah, there's a bunch of dead bluegills all across the lake. We've been wondering what they're from, and apparently the bass are eating them.
Yeah, well, hey, hold that out for Jack, would you please? Now, Jack, you hold that. That's your fish, buddy. And I'll tell you what.
Push down really tight.
Push down really tight. He knows how to do it. And support him with your other hand and hold him out real far so it looks gigantic. Well, actually, that is a beauty. That's your biggest largemouth, isn't it,
Yeah,
Jack?
it's probably one of the biggest fishes of my life.
Well, that's awesome, buddy. And you fought him well, too.
Yeah.
Hey, Taylor, you got to check this out. Can you see that eagle?
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
I mean, we're really close to him.
Yeah.
I'm going to move the bow mount a little bit here and see if we can get a little closer. I'm wondering if there's something wrong with that eagle.
Yeah, because they're letting us get really close to it.
They're cool looking, though, aren't they?
They are pretty cool.
What's going on?
Got another one.
That's small compared to the last one you caught there, Jacko.
Still decent size.
That's not bad. And again, the way you told us how to work that worm is the way you're working it?
Yeah.
Cast out, give it some wiggles, huh?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Well, you've caught a lot of fish today, haven't you, buddy?
Yeah.
Well, Jack, I had to put my rain gear on, buddy.
Yeah, it's starting to rain out here.
Oh, that's all right. We're going to take a look at that radar in a second and see if we're okay. Oh, here he is. You know, we've only been out a half a day, Jack, and come on over here with me. How many bass do you think we've caught?
Oh, probably like around 20.
I believe that. And again, you know, that goes back to what we were talking about. You know, you and I got a little frustrated yesterday trying to catch walleyes and stuff, so we decided to come to a smaller lake where we could catch a lot of bass. Now, would you recommend this for kids to come here? These smaller lakes? Mm-hmm. Why would you do that?
Because they're in smaller lakes, it's easier to catch fish because they have a smaller range of like swimming around. So
that makes sense.
So we just looked at Ryan's radar and we see a bunch of red spots on it, which means that there's a lot of heavy rain.
Lightning and rain and thunder. So we should probably get back and cook up some
Johnsonvilles.
What kind of Johnsonvilles do you want?
Brats.
All right.
On that 2-inch hyper hammer, look at that. This bait has 3 super unique features. The built-in glass rattle. It's a play off the Google Eye jig series that's been phenomenal for open water walleyes, incorporating it now in a jigging minnow for ice fishing and open water. The brass slider, which is the hammer in the middle that slides back and forth, so you have a glass rattle and a hammer pin going back and forth, making 2 different types of unique noises. And then the third feature, which is the most unique, is a soft tail that rotates up and down to give it 2 different types of actions. And again, you can change out that tail to a whole bunch of different colors.
Oh, Pete, I'm getting too old for this. So, John, you haven't heard of Brian's Custom Steps?
Oh, Pete, those are awesome. How can I get a set?
Yeah, I love these big no-slip platforms, and they're made right here in Wisconsin.
For more information on Brian's Custom Steps, call 920-315-0333.
And folks, that is our show for today.
Please join us next week. Goodbye. Goodbye.